On the west, fear is nature's home. Hunger hears. This is meant to calm me down. Yeah, so how can I calm down when I've just painted my living room red? Isn't it fabulous? I am so freaking excited. I'm really excited though. Okay, gotta pause that bit. I'm really, really excited though because I apparently I scheduled a room in Clubhouse for this morning and I knew nothing about it. Apparently I had set the date and just wasn't aware of it. I remember monkeying around with it when I was just trying to schedule a room for last week when Dr. Sue and I came out and introduced the we're calling the Harden method, but I'm going to call it the ascension hand. And it's not copyrighted and it's available to everyone. And it is something that just came through. And it's a secret until you tell it to yourself. It's just freaking blowing my mind. So I'm just texting with Dr. Sue in the morning. She's like, check this out. And she's playing with it and stuff. And she goes, see you in the room. And I'm like, what room? She goes, the one you scheduled. So we got in the room for an hour and we had two very sweet people join us and one gal. This was the massive shock breakthrough. Amazing. You've got to try this. I can't contain myself. I have to make a video right now energy that I'm in. I mean, it's like, it's going to like give myself a haircut and curl my hair and take a bath and like, put on some normal clothes. And I'm like, I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's the Three of Spades today. And I have not listened to Diamond Date's presentation on it. I hear it was just blew the ceiling, blew the roof off. I need to listen to that. But today is a day of actuating a lot of possibilities. And you're just, there's a lot of feels that come with that. There's a lot of positive anxiety. There's a lot of freak out. Because so much energy is coming through and all of our issues come up. Am I responsible for this? Am I going to follow through? Am I going to do a good job? Am I going to get enough money for this? Am I going to be recognized? All the different ego attachments. And you know what? Blow them away. They don't matter. This is a freight train coming through no matter what you think about it. And you can't do it wrong. Yeah, you can, make it more uncomfortable for yourself. But this period of downloads and actuating, now I'm just riffing on the Three of Spades energy today. Nothing can stop what's coming. Some of you have heard that before. It's the Great Awakening, and I will pour forth of my spirit upon all mankind, and you'll prophesy, and da-da-da-da-da. And the peace that's come to me, I am now coming out into the world with it. I've been playing with this idea for a long time. And my guides told me, the cards just don't go this way. They go this way. And they don't just go this way and this way. They also go this way and this way. And I said, hold on. I might check out that reverse hand in this life, but I'm not going to go into that other one in this life because I'm overwhelmed already. Just trying to get Kismet out, writing all the things for all the cards. Well, now is the time for the birth of this. And we're really going to dig into it on the Ace of Spades day, Friday. But the thing that I learned today, thanks to Dr. Sue, that just really, really blew my mind, and I don't have the chart here handy, but so there's your birth card, and then there's your business. Okay, this is a business awareness, and a lot of people now are doing their own thing. Does your business have a birthday? Can you come up with a day that this was birthed? For the Ascension card system, I'm going to be hard pressed to name it as today, or because I came up with Ascension hand this morning. It was like, this is the Ascension cardology. That's what this is. The birth of it is the Three of Spades. But telling Dr. Sue about it and the realization that her understanding of it was like, she was like standing back going, oh my God, this is an entire subterranean city that you've come upon. This isn't just, and I'm like, I know. I just see this one statue with its wing hanging up through the sand. And I'm like, there's something here. So it's the hand in reverse. It's the Ascension hand. So I know I've explained this before, and I will be explaining it over and over again. But in a nutshell, we've been taught to look at our cards. Okay, I've got the Mystic Test book. Only help me out. So this is the really, really archaic chart he's got. Okay. So this is, I don't know if this is going to come out backwards for you, but I'm going to point at my hand, my card, the Seven of Diamonds. We've been taught to go Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and then down to the left and down. The Ascension hand goes to the right and up. It's that simple. And it is Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, which puts the Ace of Spades in the Venus position of the Seven of Diamonds, which means what does Ascension path mean? It means, okay, if you know Abraham Maslow, this is going to make perfect sense. He said, we have a psychology for the ill, we need one for the well. So he developed the whole concept of self-actualization, the hierarchy of needs. And once you have all of these safety and belonging and those basic needs met, then you begin to ascend into becoming and fulfilling your potential. So that's what the Ascension hand is, a roadmap to. It's a roadmap to something you've already been doing. But the reason it's come onto the planet at this time, and two of us are watching this, is because it's time to shift over to focusing just a little bit more on ascension than healing. A little bit more about stepping into your potential and your future and what you're here to give. That's another emphasis of the Ascension hand, is it's the yang, it's about giving. It's the solar spin to the right. The lunar spin to the left is about yourself. It's about dealing with your issues. It's about repairing the past. And we had a whole hell of a lot of that. We still do. And a huge portion of the population, that's all they've got to do. But they've been ascending too. I mean, even the meanest, lowest, most uninvolved, backwards kind of person you could imagine. And I know that's really mean to say that, but just like imagine the most backwards kind of person. They've been expressing their potential as well. It shows up because you're you. And there is a divine blueprint that no matter how distorted it gets, a house is still a house. So you're still your card, you're still, anyway, it's time to focus a little bit more on becoming than healing. And there will be days when we'll dip back down into the regular hand. Okay, I don't want to call that a descension hand, but it is descending into your depths, into your past, you're retrograding into your history. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. So I don't have the chart with me, but those of you who are studying this will get it. So I'm the Seven of Diamonds. My Saturn card has been the Two of Hearts. That means that relationship is the classroom for the Seven of Diamonds. Saturn is classroom. Okay, I was in the remedial classroom. I was in, let's go to the classroom to deal with all your past lives. And I came in this sweet little Christian girl, just sweetness and light, Pollyanna, goody two shoes. I just wanted to do everything right and be all good. And then I ended up having 17 relationships, serial monogamous, just couldn't quite get it right, a couple of divorces. And then, the whole story of the Seven of Diamonds, it's tough. It's really tough. And there was a point at which my soul was grieved and I was exhausted within me. And I said, Lord, can I please stop? Can we please stop with these karmic relationships? It is so painful to me to not be with someone that I feel like I can step into the future with. And he said, do you really want that? Because I think we do have the power to say, I'm not going to do my karma anymore. I don't want to do what I agreed to do. And he said, are you sure you want to do that? And I said, oh, maybe we want to finish this out. And he goes, there's only two more karmic relationships. And indeed, there was two more. And then I met my twin flame. Okay, so that chapter got completed, and it just so happens that there's a time marker for the Seven of Diamonds. This doesn't apply to everybody, but it just is a nice fit for me that when Seven of Diamonds and Nine of Hearts, Ace of Clubs and Two of Hearts, when they turn 45, they flip into the other card, and then they begin working that hand. So it's like they get this double syllabus. They're like, first half of your life, you're going to do this, and the second half, you're going to work on this. I'm still a Seven of Diamonds, but I'm clearly not working the Seven of Diamonds hand like I used to. I'm kind of working the Nine of Hearts hand now. It's like a new university I went to. I'm studying abroad. Um, but anyway, so I met my twin flame. Okay, he's the 3 of clubs and the 9 of hearts. Nice twin flame thing there. And when I add the 3 of clubs to the 7 of diamonds to get the composite of the relationship, so the value, if you don't know how to do that, every card has a value. Ace is 1, Ace of hearts is 1, 2 of hearts is 2, and then it's hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. So the king of hearts is 13, the king of clubs is 26, 39 is the king of diamonds, and 52 is the king of spades. So when you add these totals together, sometimes you get more than 52. So you subtract 52 to get back in the cycle. And when I do that, the value of our 2 cards comes up with the value of 40 something, which is the 10 of spades. So the 10 of spades is our composite card. This is the card of the relationship. And each of you has a relationship to the relationship. It may be a lot harder for one person than the other. It may be a fulfillment of dreams for one person and more comforting to the other. You see what I'm saying? We all have a different relationship to the relationship. So when I look at my ascension hand, so I go to the right and up, the 10 of spades is my Saturn card. So we're going to reframe. Here's what the ascension hand does. It reframes all of the meanings of the planets to be more like, still developing this, an invitation for self-actualization, an invitation to step into the potential of something. So now the classroom of Saturn is, do you want to take this master's degree course? Do you want to learn? How successful does the 7 of diamonds want to be? That's the invitation of the 10 of spades. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Saturn is about, sanding off your ego. And in this path of deciding to become successful, and I've just been shifting into this over the last few months, and God has taken me through this inventory of all of my worst handicaps and dysfunctions, including ADD, which is not my fault. It's not my fault that my parents turned me into whatever, not ADD, but the other stuff, the codependence and all this other stuff. It's a combination of what I was born with, the eternal child archetype. I chose that. And it's had its challenges, and it needed to come out and bloom. So that did that last August. And then I discovered that I was really codependent. It was this learned behavior. Then I discovered that I was biochemically ADD. So I was learning my obstacles. So there's no blame there. And then God's like, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And then this whole ascension cardology was born, like just in the last 3 days. The 6 of spades is the day that I shared it with Dr. Sue and a bomb went off. So it's like destined and meant to be. But the 3 of spades today is when I've named it ascension cardology. And it's like, it's settled in. Maybe it was in the process of birthing. I don't know. But oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So hi, Still Earth Journey. Hi, everyone. There's 2 people watching, but this will be replays. I feel like this is one of those historical documents. It is, and I can't be the only one coming up with this. If it's a download, it's coming to many people. Many people have been playing with this idea. In cardology, I have to remind myself, this is a playground, and we all experiment with the playground equipment. Hey, do you realize you can hang upside down like this on the monkey bars, and you can do a cherry drop and land on your feet? Did you know you could do that? And everyone's discovering it. So I don't own this. I'm not going to copyright it. I'm not going to say this is mine. I'm just birthing it. Hi, Justice Bay. So if you guys want to venture into ascension hand, your ascension hand, let's look at that. And if you want a business consultant, this is what Dr. Sue Croft does. So she's in Clubhouse, Dr. Sue Croft, and you can find her and hit her up for a business consult, because what she does is take your composite card between you and your business. And then because of this ascension cardology that she just helped midwife the birth of this, now we're going to look into the future. And taking your business into the future is like, it's such a hot thing. And I know that's why Dr. Sue was the midwife for this. Business isn't just like, oh, yeah, there's life and then there's da da da, and then there's business. It's like there's a wave of light workers saying, I know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm doing it. And yes, it's a business because I have to make money. And that's how it works on planet Earth. So, yeah, you got to make money what you're going to spend time doing. That's just how it works, unless you're independently wealthy. So, yes, this is all really, really vital information. So, if you want to tell me what your birthday is, the cards tell us the truth. What hand have you been dealt? I love that because, and I would rephrase it and say, what hand did you choose to be dealt? Take a little more agency because everything that I know. And it's like, yes, it's like, yeah, you've been dealt this. And there's this kind of mercy, compassion, slash victim. You're kind of a victim of yourself. Like Robert Camp said to me one time, he said to the group, try not being your card. You can't do it. It's like, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I stick out like such a sore thumb. I'm such a 7 of diamonds. I can't help it. It's like this burden that I bear. But at the same time, it's a vehicle that I chose in order to deliver my goodies to the world. And being unconventional and a little strange gives everyone else permission to just be how they are. We're not celebrities here. No makeup. I haven't taken a shower yet. I look like shit, but I don't care. This information is so exciting and you don't care, do you? Isn't this beautiful? I just painted this yesterday. Oh my God, it needed to be red. So tell me what your birthday is. And if you want to look at that, and I don't have to use you as a guinea pig. I've noticed I sort of do that when people come in. I'm like, I pressure them a little bit. It's like, let's talk about you, and you don't have to do that. So let's talk about the United States. Oh, Gretchen, is this, oh no, Geechee Goddess, Ace of Clubs, honey, let's do it. So, okay, everyone talk amongst yourselves. I do have to go get my chart, and it's on the other side of the house. So you can tell all your friends before I get famous, like more famous. I have this small following on YouTube. And if you come on when I'm live, you're probably going to get a reading. So tell your friends, you're like, hey, put your little alert on because when she goes live, she's going to need guinea pigs. I'm literally so excited. I'm having trouble breathing. There was this little person inside of me completely freaking out last night. And this is one of the skills that I have as a psychic. I can do this with you too. I can look inside you psychically and be like, what's your emotional, psychological state? And there was this little person inside me running around like Kristen Wiig on Saturday Night Live going, oh my God. I was like, oh, honey, you're so freaked out. And she's like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, what if you don't have to do anything? What if this is coming through you? What if you just navigate like that? You put that five of spades in your back pocket and you just put one hand on the wheel and you just go, we'll get there when we get there. We're going. This is it. This is all there is. It's happening. There's no planning. We're just right here. That's the 5 of spades in the ascension hand order. Put the Mercury card in your moon position in your back pocket, and that's your support system. That will guide you. So, Ace of Clubs, ascension hand. Thank you for letting me say all that. Here's your sweet little card. And I love that you're here because how old are you? At 45, you're going to have that flip where then you start working the 2 of Hearts hand. And it is trippy as a 7 of Diamonds. It definitely, my whole life radically changed at 45. It started to change just before I turned 45. I had a little warning. Okay, so Queen of Clubs becomes your moon card. Okay, 32. 32 means you are working this is how I say it. At 32, you're working the 32nd card, which is the 6 of Diamonds. At 33, you'll be working the 7 of Diamonds. So at 32, last year, you did a lot of soul searching, and it was like, I don't know what I want. And then it seems pretty clear. 6 of Diamonds is I'm on the path. It's pretty clear what's happening. It's an easier vibration because it's laid out. And then next year, 7 of Diamonds, you're going to have to really dial into what makes you special. What is your value? So And how does that special, unique value translate into the world and bless everybody and you financially? So your moon card becomes the queen of clubs. And instead of the mouthpiece of wisdom, you quietly know the wisdom and the psychic ability. And then the three of hearts becomes your Mercury. So the mouthpiece or the vehicle into the world is let's all get along. It's a softer, the three of hearts is, it's a heart. So it's soft, it's loving. I want to check my Avast security. It's a loving, community oriented vibration. So it's like saying everyone's invited here. It's a softer voice. And then you ascend. Well, and you may also be thinking about how relationship can be unconventional. And maybe instead of that being a secret in your life about being a player or not wanting to commit or wanting open relationship or just anything unconventional, you know, instead of a secret, maybe that becomes a conversation. So this is when we're ready to kind of show our hand and reveal ourselves to the world because we feel solid. So another ascension card, we go up. So this is Mercury, Venus, King of Spades in Venus. And what this means is that those people in your life who are in the circle of seven, the seven fixed and semi-fixed cards. So the King of Spades in your life, the Eight of Clubs, Jack of Hearts, they will teach you about love and relationship and friendship. And they will invite you to a higher level of mastery in terms of relationship. That's one thing that it means. Okay, you're turning 62 soon. Still Earth, when's your birthday? So and the King of Spades by itself is always asking the question, what am I responsible for? And if you put the thrust on the ascension hand being giving, positive, what do I give the world? How do I empower others? It answers the question a lot better. So the way you empower others, your friends, is you're like, let's look at the big picture. King of Spades is let's look at the big picture. Oh, you're a seven of diamonds. Is that freaking perfect or what? I love it. So everything I've said about the seven of diamonds probably applies to you to some degree. How successful do you want to be? That's the seven of diamonds question. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So the King of Spades, helping people become responsible for their lives. So the ego or the shadow of the King of Spades is thinking that you're responsible for everyone's happiness. And the ascension realization is that they're responsible. You're clear about what you're responsible for and what they are responsible for. So you allow them, you help them to step into that. And also, it's incredibly empowering, boosting up people with that King of Spades energy of like, honey, no matter what, you're going to be okay, you're going to succeed. It's a very powerful support card. So the Eight of Diamonds then becomes your Mars card. Whoa, CEO. Okay, take for example, the one ace of clubs that I know was a womanizer, Clint Eastwood. And when I read up on his card, I was like, oh my God, I judged him really harshly because he was kind of a chauvinist and hard on women and had some just crusty ideas. But he actuated and actuated. He actualized. Like he was a composer. He composed a lot of the music for a lot of the movies. He plays piano. He's a phenomenal musician. And he didn't really toot his horn about that, and there are just a ton of other ways that he actualized himself, this variety, this multiplicity of gifts and abilities. And that's kind of one of the things about the Ace of Clubs is they've got a lot of aces up their hand. So, Eight of Diamonds, CEO, it means how much do you want to be in charge of your life? Call the shots. Be the king in the kingdom, the asshole. I call it the asshole card because it's perceived as such because we're such caretakers in this culture that when someone stands up and say, hey, a spade is a spade. This is what's true for me and this is what's true about you. We find that offensive. but that person is they're a poster child for sovereignty. Can you step into your sovereignty? And when you do, your career will take off. So that's just an example of the ascension hand. No, I haven't written the book yet. I will. I might. I hope I do. Maybe I can give you a reading on the ascension hand, or this is for your own study now. So what you do is you just go up and you go to the right and up, and you just get the most positive interpretation possible in terms of giving. And you're going to have a whole new take on your life. You're going to see how you have been actuating. Okay, so Still Earth Journey, April 14th. Let me just confirm you're the Seven of Diamonds. Is that true? Do you know that you're the Seven of Diamonds? And how do you feel about that? You're also the Nine of Clubs. I'm really curious about Seven of Diamonds' relationship to themselves, because I'm just like, whoa, I chose this card? Really? It's so hard. Um, I'm just asking what I need to look at for you. Hi, Tanisha. How are you doing? I forget your card. Are you the king of something? I will learn these eventually. So yes, we're talking about the Ascension hand. So the Seven of Diamonds, yeah, they're saying Mars. Tell you about your Mars card. Okay, so the Seven of Diamonds is your Mars card. You're the Nine of Diamonds. Oh, okay, okay. Right on. I'm really glad to hear that. The Ace of Clubs. Yeah, reading yours in reverse. Isn't it empowering? Doesn't it just feel so empowering? And it's because the other way is about, it's not disempowering, it's just a roadmap to healing. I am looking at career. Okay. And you're about to turn 62. So you're in this in between changing from, there's a new cycle at 60, there's a new cycle at 63, and then there's a new cycle at 65. You're finishing out the, my God, I was thinking about this last night. I was like, okay, I was thinking, I'm about to turn 56, which means I'm about to enter the cycle that you're just about to begin completing. So at 56, my long range card will be, it's the Six of Clubs. 55 is the last year in the 7th year. This is the 7-year cycle. And then my long range card at 56 will become the Three of Clubs, which is the first departure from, no, the 7th was the departure from the hand. Okay, so you're completing a 7-year cycle of the Three of Clubs, which is the writer's card, the conceptualizer, communicator, conversationalist, translator card. And at 63, it's going to change to the Eight of Diamonds. No coincidence there. Oh, well, I don't do videos when I'm not happy. And if I do, it's kind of disastrous. It's like, I don't want to bring everybody down. So yeah, this is the Seven of Diamonds, Nine of Hearts. I do have my like really dark days. So the Seven of Diamonds is talking now. So I'm sorry, that's a bit of my own. I don't know if you tracked that, but I was okay. So you phrased it, I am looking at career question mark. So I need to know what you mean by that. Are you looking at career? And if so, what is your question? But your guides are telling me that it becomes relevant to you when you think of the Nine of Clubs ascension hand as the Seven of Diamonds being your Mars card. And what that means, if the Seven of Diamonds is Mars, you can't do your career any other way but after your own unique shape. It is your genius. It is your $1 million. It is your value. It's your contribution to the world. You can't work for someone else. You can't fit into someone else's box. In fact, you may have to create your own box. Not box, but your own position in the world. I officially am now the blah, 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 blah. And I do it because I'm qualified, because that's how I was made. God qualified me because he made me this way. That's your career formula. That's what your guides are pointing out to me, that in reverse, the Seven of Diamonds has a really huge charge. the unique self. And then Jupiter is the Seven of Hearts. Well, I don't feel drawn to talk about that, but tell me if that makes sense for you. So, Tanisha, I'm going to look at your hand, the Nine of Diamonds. Let's talk about your Ascension hand. God, it lands now. It wasn't landing before. It's landing now. Your Ascension hand. Nine of Diamonds. Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus go up. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Your Pluto becomes the Five of Hearts. We haven't talked about positive Pluto, have we? The rebirth. So death is hard. Rebirth is great. Let's talk about rebirth. So Five of Hearts in your reborn state, the death of ego, you've come in to really love your authentic self. You've forgiven yourself for all the self-betrayal, and you're now in this place of, I love who I am. The Five of Hearts is freedom, 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 freedom. Nine of Diamonds is programmed to serve. I am programmed to serve you. They're here to give and love, and there's a magic about them. And Tanisha, I need to send you just go on to Clubhouse. You're in Clubhouse. Go to the Seven of Diamonds page, and I have Nine of Diamonds card of infinite value. It's awesome. And I wasn't even looking at reverse hand, and it just kind of came through. It was like channeled this generosity. I show up, I disappear. Well, here's the disappearing. Lao Tzu is such a Nine of Diamonds character. I don't know if he actually was, but the Five of Hearts is about disappearing. We call it ghosting, but it's like you going, I think I want to go to Madagascar, and I'm not going to tell anybody because I just want to. It's like the secret freedom. You have the freedom to leave, and you need to know that. You have the freedom to leave. You're not just here to serve. You're here to travel and have fun, and you are here to ask other people the question, what do you want? You're so funny. That's hilarious. You ask people in a whisper, you're like, pretend that you're about 7 years old. What do you want? What do you want to do right now? And your girlfriends are probably like, oh, she's going to do that slumber party thing again. It's like, hey, let's watch this movie and let's like eat chocolate brownies and like, let's, the what do you want inner child. And you can invite other people into that. And when you invite them, there's some kind of foundation of permission that they're getting that they don't get from anyone else, because you are the opposite of a narcissist who's obsessed with what they want. You're a giver. The Nine of Diamonds is the quintessential giver, functional and dysfunctional. And even when you were giving dysfunctionally, people were blessed and it was great. They're blessed. So you can just let all that go. And then invite people into that all-important self-defining question. What do you really want? What do you really need? Okay, so when utilizing the Ascension Hand method, does this apply strictly to birth card? I haven't experimented. It definitely applies to my business composite card. So my birthday, Kismet Cards, it is Kismet website, was born on a 9 of Spades day. And when I add that to the 7 of Diamonds, I get the 3 of Diamonds, the composite value. And if this is Mercury, Venus, Mars, it's my Mars, it's my Ascension Mars card. So it's like, oh my God, my own business. So the hand of this composite relationship Ascension works. I mean, it all works. It's the cards. It's like yes and everything is the answer. Whatever makes sense, whatever works. Or does this method could this method be applied to the planetary periods throughout the year? You're combining the cards with astrology. Excellent. I love having conversations with anyone who studies the archetypal meanings of astrology, because they're morphing right now. They're ascending. They're taking on a more positive vibe. Saturn isn't here to slap you. Saturn is here to invite you into mastery and support you, hold you, and say, I've got you. I'm grounded, I'm big, I'm heavy, and I'm holding you. How many people know a Capricorn woman like that? They're solid. And you're like, damn, I want you on my team. Like if ever there's a crisis, I'm going to get you in here, That's the real energy of Saturn. It's nurturing, supportive, serious. It's going to get you where you need to go. They see what needs to happen, but there's a nurture there. How many of us thought of Saturn as nurturing? But that's coming. It's here. You're welcome, Tanisha. I don't know what you mean, Geechee Goddess. That's a really compelling question. Could this method be applied to planetary periods throughout the year? Yes. Holy shit. Oh my God. See, we all have to write a book. See, oh my God, we need everybody. We need everybody on the team to research this and begin working this and understanding it, because the ascension cardology is the path into the future. How do we actualize? Woo! Good 10th house energy right now. Yes, absolutely. Are you talking like right now? Because this year, I'm telling you, Saturn became my friend. And I've been listening to Molly McCord, and I'm like, oh my God, all of a sudden Saturn is my friend. And he's saying, I'm going to help you become. And I was doing a hypnotherapy with a friend who's like, she's mostly alien. And one of the things that came through her was become in the 0 point, become in the 0 point. And this whole thing about 0 point is coming through, and accessing the 0 point within every single molecule of our bodies. It's this neutral, it's like the infinite potential of empty space. It's the Tao. It's like a black hole. It's the infinite potential of nowhere and no thing. Shunyata, the Alaya, these concepts of, isn't that where we got the most powerful bombs on the planet? It comes from accessing this 0 point that lives in every cell of your body. And I've been like, I activate the 0 point, I claim my divine blueprint in every cell in my body. You can return. You're free to return to your blueprint. Sorry, I distorted you with my, my shit. With the Matrix. The Matrix did it. So the 10th house, sorry, I go on rabbit trails. Yeah, the 10th house energy really is about actuating right now. And today is the actuator card, and it's getting us where we need to go. God, what rabbit hole did I just go down? So yes, I'm getting caffeinated. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to calm down. So the 7 year, okay, let's look at the planetary periods. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do a reading. Who wants to volunteer? They're the first one to put in their birth date with the year so that you can tell me how old you are. I know someone's already done this, but let's just go fresh. Tell me your birth date and the year, and then we'll find out what planetary period you're in, and we will look at your hand in the ascension. Liara, I love you. We need to talk about your 4 of diamonds ascension hand. So that'd be about 2 of spades. Friendship card with yourself is your secret support system. And then your Mercury card is the 4 of hearts. When Liara is speaking with this ascension voice, she calms everybody down and makes them feel so safe. Her speech is like safety, and there's this energy of coming home. Like, we know each other from the astral realms. We're like busy on a ship in 5D. We've had dreams and stuff and confirmed with each other. She makes me feel safe, truly. There have been times when I'm just like, I call out to her in the ethers and I'm like, ah! So yes, somebody put in your birth date, and we're going to look at your planetary period right now. Liara just turned, what did you just turn? I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone to put this in there. And if you don't, I'm going to look up my own. Okay, she turned 54 on March 19th. We'll look up March 19th. And we already know she's in her. August 4, 9 of diamonds, 1981, in your 40. Okay, Liara, since you and I will probably chat later, I'm going to do Tanisha. Okay, so 40 for April 4. I mean August 4, sorry. I know it's Barack Obama's birthday. Girlfriend, we're in Saturn. We're just about done with Saturn because I'm August 6th. I'm 2 days after you. So Saturn, isn't it weird to be in your Saturn period in the spring? I figured it out this year why that's weird for me because it's a real internal time but this year it's positive, like Saturn is like, "I'm your friend," and I'm like, "Ooh, I can't wait for my Saturn period," and look what's happening. It's all happening right now. Um, but yeah, it was like, how come everyone's out riding their bikes and getting their first tan and I'm like all depressed. It was ugh, it's weird. Anyway, so 9 of diamonds, Saturn card, age 40. So much energy today. Okay, Ace of Hearts and Jack of Hearts is what you have right now. Catch up later. Love you, Liara. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Big hugs and kisses. Her little alien face. She's with her girls. She's with her girls in England, which is a big freaking deal because she couldn't see them for 2 years. It was rough over there, and now she's with them. So I'm so happy for her. Okay, so Ace of Hearts, Jack of Hearts. I need to write this down because my thoughts are like moths flying around and around. Ace of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, Ace of Hearts, Jack of Hearts. And yeah, how has Saturn been for you? Has it been? Mine has been pretty good. I've had 9 of spades, King of spades during this period. Ace of Hearts, let's read it in reverse. Leo sun, right? I've always felt like it's too much, like my Leo is too much. I felt that way as a child because I'm Virgo rising and I have a stellium in Cancer. So like the Jupiter, Venus, and Mars in Cancer, it's like hiding, and then the Virgo rising is like, so the fact that I'm showing up means I'm becoming a Leo. Okay, so Ace of Hearts, let's give it a try. That would mean that during this period, the invitation for you, Saturn's invitation to mastery, is to speak. Ooh, this is a good one. 8 of spades in Mercury would be to speak with power. Sag rising, that's a lot of fire. Woo! And look at, I just painted it red. I'm coming into my fire. I love it. So the 8 of spades, if anybody knows about the 8 of spades, tell me. It is, to me, it is the mystery card. I don't get it. And I think it's about unconditional confidence. That's a lot for a 9 of diamonds. You've got this 8 of hearts down here in your Pluto going down into the left, which is, I call it the gross and balls card. You know that. It's like, you know, instead of the 9 that always falls over for everybody, stand up. And this engenders confidence. When you speak with power and confidence, unconditional confidence, you empower other people to step into their unconditional confidence. So if you say to like another woman, stand in your power, she'll feel it. This is my theory. This is all theory. Your moon card during this, your emotional support, is this private, I know what I want. Ace of diamonds, I know I'm of value. I figured that out. I know I'm of value, and here's what I want. So this is all a theory that we're trying out, is that we're going, and whose theory was this? The earth person, earth goddess person? Gishi goddess. Are you the one that, yeah, okay. So, okay, then Venus, and this would be just during this period, here's your challenge to ascend and help other people, 10 of diamonds. Let's share the wealth. Let's, oh my God. See, the 10 of diamonds is another one of those slightly enigmatic cards, and I've named it the everything card. Lots of everything. It's a lot of money. It's Jupiter. It's a big party. It's everyone's invited. It's a lot. But you know the special thing about this. Oh, I got the formula for you. During this period. Oh, you're very private right now? Well, that's the Ace of Hearts, isn't it? The inner child. That would be my focus. So it could be that this doesn't work. But if You were so inclined to gather women around you, you would make them all feel like the center of the world, the specialness that the Ace of Hearts feels. So maybe we could say to the degree that you have really befriended and healed your inner child, you'll be able to go in the ascension direction and make other people feel special. Because the 10 of diamonds, don't you know, act like the world revolves around them. That's true for everyone. The world, you doesn't your world revolve around you because you're at the center of it because you can't be anywhere else? So they're the poster child for that. So you in because it's in Venus, you would make the women or the people in your life, your friends, feel like, honey, the world revolves around you. You're special, you're important. The Mars card would be the 10 of hearts. This would be career would involve visibility, being seen by a lot of people, or Mars is, sex, men, passion, action, being visible involves a lot of people. So maybe you're like, I'm not going that route because I'm just feeling really private. So maybe you are taking it to the left and down. I think we do both. We go to the left and down when we've got stuff to heal, and we go to the right and up when we want to actualize. So that's a sample reading. Let me do mine. So that would mean that the Two of Hearts is my moon card. And the Nine of Clubs is, yep, 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 yep. It does work in reverse. Because when I take that, oh, how good do you want to feel? This is my question right now. The Two of Hearts would be my moon card. My secret support would be my relationship, which it's been good. Other than me just like starting a really stupid fight the other day. It's been really good, really supportive. And I feel that with myself. Two of Hearts is your own love affair with yourself. And my Mercury card, Nine of Clubs, universal knowledge. And today I'm just like, I've got to drop this universal knowledge. I'm not going to try to copyright it or own it, or I will do a workshop, but the spirit hasn't given me the details. And I need to contact my tech person to see if they can help me put together a webinar. And then she's got to help me figure out how to advertise it. I'm just like I shouldn't say this, but I kind of feel like I'm all thumbs when it comes to that. But I really, really want to, I am so jazzed about presenting this information. I almost can't breathe. I am serious. I am so freaking excited. So the Nine of Spades also gives access to just like infinity. Nowhere, no how. It's this amorphous state of being, death, Okay, before I go, can I answer any other questions? Does anyone have really good interaction today? I like that. I really like that because we're all learning together. The one thing I would say, okay, thank you, Tanisha. And when I do, I will advertise it on Clubhouse. I'll at least talk about it. I know you can't exactly just post things there. You have to talk about it, but I'll let you know and I'll put it here. And I will definitely make sure my Kismet Cards audience knows. And I will start a new Facebook page today, and it will be called Ascension Cardology. Ascension. And I will do the numerology on it, come up with a brand. Okay, so here's what I'm going to recommend to everybody. And I love you so much, and I feel the love. I feel the love and the enthusiasm coming through the screen, and it just about makes me want to cry. It's so sweet. Thank you. I want to invite you all. Okay, so if you don't know about this YouTube channel, write this down. Jeff Mara. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Mara. Jeff Mara YouTube channel. And if it starts out with a voice, Liara is the one that turned me on to this. If it starts out with a blue kind of galactic screen and he goes, and now from the other dimension, here's Jeff. He interviews people who have had near-death experiences, almost exclusively. And there was a guy named Steve Nowak who came on. And I was so compelled by him, and I felt so familiar with him. I'm like, I have to get in touch with this person. So I looked up more of his information, and I did get in touch with him, and I'm going to gift him a reading on Thursday night. I just felt compelled to do this. Well, he introduces this whole idea, like he's a walk-in. He was just channeling this amazing angelic energy the other night, and it lifted me up into this 0 point field. And I was getting downloads about 0 point. I invite you to create your own meditation every morning. And maybe you already do this. It's been my goal in life to get something like this and do it consistently. But if you do it every day, we are ascending and we're moving into our positive potential. So claim your divine blueprint and please put your own spin on it, your own words, your own phrasing that feels right to you. Otherwise, I'm going to pop in your head every morning. And that's no. Make it your own, write it out, spend some time with it. It has to have your vibration, your original vibration. And it's about choosing your highest potential. It's ascension. I activate my divine blueprint and I activate my 0 point potential, my infinite potential that's in every cell of my body. That part of me that remembers all my near-death experiences, that part of my soul that is eternal, which means outside time. That part of me that is existing right now and it comes through me sometimes. I choose to align with that. So make up your own statement, something you remember. I spoke it to every part of my body this morning and I'm supercharged. It's not a theory, you're right. Think about it first before sharing. Are you talking, Justice? Are you talking about this whole system? It's not a theory, it's right. Think about it first before. I love that you said that. It's kind of like this, think about it. This little cautionary message. Yes, get it all planned out. And every day I surrender this to God. Like when it gets to be too much, I'm just like, just show me the way. We're all finding each other. We're all finding what it is we're supposed to be doing. And have you found more and more that downloads come in the context of community? So I'm going to be putting together for the Cardology app, my class called Kismet Cards for the Future, KCFTF, Kismet Cards for the Future. Yeah. I'm going to be putting together the hand of the Ace of Spades, the ascension path of Cardology itself, because it seems to be an entity that's going somewhere. So let's look at that. Okay. So what it's got in its back pocket is the 7 of Hearts, which is its karma card. And I've always thought about that as forgiveness, but it's like check your ego at the door and just be an infinite spiritual divine love. Like Rumi's card is the 7 of Hearts. So it's like this pure divine, it's always the reset, isn't it? Divine purpose, surrender to God. Let me just do what you're doing here. It's not about me. Okay, so it's letting go of the past is what I'm hearing and moving forward. Oh my God, that's going to be incredible. All right, I love you guys. Have a really fantastic day. Thank you so much for sharing with me in this video. And if you're watching the replay, hit like, share, and subscribe.